And we have ourselves another template to roll. Wait, this time around we need to delete the Bizarre Desert. Too bad we didn't see any friends going on. No friend action. Is this the final? No. I mean, this is the final battle of the series, but not the final battle of the tournament. So, let's see. It's going to be... Let it roll. Normal. Okay, so they're gonna be participating in the classic GB Podcast, the one that we know and love, and we have played so long already. Let's go. Then we should do this. This perspective is fine. This perspective is... Oh shit. Ah! I closed red. Okay. I'll let the players know what is the map that they're playing. So, let's see. Jeebus Roulette. At RedWhite, at the HellLight. Last map. Normal Jeebus Podcast. Ah, there we go. Now we need to open up Chrome. It was red. What about sad without password? Okay. There we go. The players are checking out their maps. Seems good, seems good. Who's your favorite for winning? I would say that the RedWhite is probably a little bit more favorite here over HellLight, maybe. He's checking out the tells that he had. And whether this would have led to better outcomes. Okay, okay. I'm going to have any co-hosts today? Probably not. Give me the point, Pepega. Okay, okay. Here you go. Only now after the game they're collecting friends. So it ended up being HellLight who won. Yes. There we go. I'm so sad we didn't see the giant golem stack shoot down some whiffs. Yeah. It would have been a really fun sight to see, to be honest. Indeed. When will we have this next game? Today. After this series, we're gonna be playing the me versus Rita. I'm playing Rita after this match. Yes, I am. Okay, so 3 Acers here for the sake of a crystal. 2 crystals. Damn, that's some army right there. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. HellLight is already waiting on the RedWhite. Let's hope he doesn't roll rampy. Tomorrow no games. No, there's plenty of games going on tomorrow as well. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be a very Jeebus Roulette action-packed week. What games? Good fun games. Inferno, please, just once. Okay, okay. Fair dues. Wait a little Inferno this one. I've seen quite a bit of Inferno. It's Citadel versus Necropolis. Whoa, we actually almost haven't seen any Necropolis actually. Way less than Inferno for sure. The Dread Knight Paw stacks were not really a thing so far. And Citadel is, I think, Stronghold. What's the first template? Normal Jibs Outcast screen. Citadel is Stronghold, I believe. Why does someone build Phoenixes? Because magic elementals are way easier to access and they make for a earlier power spiking and a better power stack. A more solid one. So 2000. Homeland of Bears. Yeah. You probably bet for Stronghold here, but maybe not that much. I mean, I think that Drogopolis is pretty good. Tomorrow Ziamon versus Fight This Guy and Rito versus RedWhait. No. RedWhite's probably checking Lexiav's tier list for the best stance for One Hero Gaming. Nekra v Topku. Damn, Necropolis is gone. And we have Saproshenia versus Temnitsa. What's Temnitsa? Is it Rampy? I know that Saproshenia is comfy, but I don't know what Temnitsa is. Dungeon. Oh, Dungeon. Okay, Dungeon comfy. Cool, cool. No, Inferno is Inferno. Fatness. So how do you rate factions from strongest to weakest and what hero Jibs podcast? I made a video for that specifically, Kwango. Can check that one out. Instead of me ranking it live here. I said that you will get kicked out of the tournament today. If that was the case, then I would be sad, but I'm not sad whatsoever. So there you go. Who wants to play Necro? Honestly, I like playing Necro, to be honest. The Dreadknights are really cool. Quite a bit of fun to use.
Howdy, partner.
Hmm.
Howdy, partner.
The boxes are kind of terrible too. You will... Will you play today best out of frame? I mean, yeah, best of frame versus Rita is something that I will play today. Yeah. Skill changes means that final may be on my birthday. Please win. Question mark. Okay, if you win, I'll sub. Okay, okay. Seems cool. So 7,500 that HellLight ended up paying for Confi over Dungeon. Wow, they actually went this far for this kind of faction train. Okay. Sure, sure. So, wait, let me see. Oh, why are you streaming? What do you mean? HellLight's gold tier. Too much. Wait. What? I feel like the dungeon players are one favorite to win. By the way, Lorelei. So yeah, he likes Lorelei, he likes Pickle Jump. So HellLight is actually more like me in this kind of sense, I would say. Nice. I like to see that. Never mind, minus 500 Necro. So HellLight is getting paid 7,800 gold in order to play his red dungeon versus the blue comfy of RedWhite. Okay. Immediately a pretty good balling of the road on the side of RedWhite. That's what you like to see. A few more of these and he's gonna be like very happy to keep. Okay, that's okay. Star prediction, who will win? Enjoy. Isn't gonna good for the template? Yeah, he's not available for the template. And yes, he would be really good. Wow, nomads on day 1. This is looking like yeah, this is looking like a heartbeat box, to be honest. I mean, if he's able to take it, or maybe even Evil Eyes, I don't know. I didn't really see what kind of fight he ended up going into, but he needs to like finish it like right now, yeah. And then see the box. Logistics is good. Beholders is good. Does he keep? I think he keeps. Yeah, keep. Like, logs and this kind of army from the very get-go is huge! Absolutely huge. Exactly what he wants to see. RedWhite ends up resetting though. Okay. I'll personally go Orlek and Fury. No, you wouldn't go... I mean... Maybe you would go Fury, but you're mad, so... I mean, way less army to take fights early with on the Fury compared to Emaneer, then the actual hero pool is way worse, like, eh. Orlek is turbo. Yeah, what do you think about Fury though? Oh, takes immediately, goes for a boss fight again. HellLight does. Yeah, didn't count for Monte as such. For maybe not, needs high roll style. Okay. Solid fight on the side of HellLight. Seems pretty good. Probably should well. Doesn't have the time to guide you properly. Jollies on day 1? I mean, it's kind of okay. Is this something you keep though? Probably, yeah. Okay. So, no reset for RedWhite. If HellLight decides to keep, then we play. Okay, we play. This is the map. How's series been so far? Really exciting, Feral. So far it's 1-1. We've seen an early battle. We've seen quadru building. Good stuff, good stuff. Luna is terrible. I wouldn't say she's terrible, but she's definitely not the primary choice. What template in this game? Normal. We are finishing the series off with a normal Jeebus outcast. Wow, way worse than auto, by the way. Ooh, that morale was very painful. And now Kisi gets a way worse result. See, Lexi, Metacore is the thing playing Dungeon. I mean, that's okay if other people prefer it. I never said they're bad for doing so. But I just told you that I have my own preferences. So yeah, actually HellLight gets 2 Metacore dwellings immediately into the game. That's pretty strong. Pretty strong. I feel like Dungeon needs to go for bosses and they need to get a pulse stack like that. They're very much like Rampy in that sense, I would say. They need to high roll bosses, to be honest. Otherwise, they'll be in a pretty tough spot. Or dragons. They need to either go late game for dragons or they need to high roll boxes. Cats can be a good way to get like yourself started, like slightly better than you otherwise would. This is at least €100 game, by the way. Yeah, damn. But on Jeebus Outcast, Wyvern are still better due to build path, and both are basically the same. How do you call commonly tier 1 dungeon units? Shakti. It's a Shakti. He has currently 8 or 3 Shaktis once in a single stack, and then some more Shakti 1 stacks. Dobry den, Jacoby. Shakti easy. The army for HellLight is looking pretty good. I mean, the army for RedWhite is not bad either. Has a bunch of pixies, has a good stock of airily. This is the kind of army that can already take the dwellings, and he has some to take, it seems. Not bad. RedWhite will win, right? Stay tuned. Monair Lorley, the best for the factions. Monair definitely is. Lorley is questionable. He took Manticore. Why not save it for a dragon? Because, first of all, you're not guaranteed a dragon. Second, you want tempo now, not somewhere down the line. We know it's pre-recorded, Peppa. What the fuck? Tell us who won. Yeah, tell us who won, Kappa. Oh, this is why Lexiav doesn't have the stream on chat. I mean, the chat on screen. Because it's pre-recorded. Sag. Okay, Farrell. I see. Okay, where were we? Portal summoning for more cats, pretty good. Wait, I thought this was live. Well, there you go. And now you know. Okay, minus 31 pixies, but he's able to take the dwelling already. Picks up the expert logs. And his next level up is gonna be like a little bit dangerous. He has a fight time in his biome, that's certainly not what you wanna see. You wanna see some control, some stats. Fight time doesn't really provide him with anything. This is the kind of party when you have like everything else you pick up as a luxury by that point for the a little bit more optimal fun of fighting. To which chat equals paid actors, yeah. Pre-recorded chat.
Howdy, partner. Howdy, partner.
What's the template? What's the wheel? It's normal Jeebus Podcast. Fight time can be good for breaking through with Berserk. I don't really see when Monair is gonna have so much stats. Listen, if Monair is gonna have such ridiculous stats that he's able to spam the Berserk on like the break, then he's probably have enough stats to basically just auto combat for free anyway. There's almost nothing in between that could possibly happen where he has where he should be berserking the break. At least that's what I think. Blink if you're pre-recorded. If that was pre-recorded, everyone would suddenly spam Kappa for no reason, so it's definitely real. Shion had a pre-recorded. I don't know. The best I can give you is basket on head. Alright. Wow. He ended up sacking most of the pixie that he had, not to get himself a black tower, it seems. Is there always a second same town? Yeah, there is, Randy. In your biome, in the normal version, you always have a town of your faction. And it's usually in the corner, which is the case here. And it's probably going to be the case of the dungeon too. Ooh, Buckleer. There we go. Not bad. Observatory shows quite a bit of nothing. So, is this John's new music pack? No, this is just Home 5 soundtracks. Okay, that would have been definitely my follow-up question. Okay. Usually corner, right. Yeah, actually, I didn't notice this myself. Rito ended up enlightening me about this thing being the case. But honestly, unfortunately, there's usually a longer path to the corner town as well. So going for it usually is like less tempo than doing other things. I love you can look around the town. In Home 5, I've let that a lot. I mean, you can look around in the Home 3 towns as well. Just from a single angle. Look at the unicorn over there. Oh, that's a dragon dwelling. They're in the mountains. I wonder if Comfy Player on purpose went there first. Huh. I don't think he's gonna be double building. Well, then again, yeah, that could be the case, because a single Whis growth of Air Ellie immediately gets you to a point that you're able to do like dwelling fights. So this might be like a very solid strategy coming out from RedWhite too. Not bad. Ooh, wait. 25 Beholders picked up by HellLight. Not bad whatsoever. Pretty solid, pretty strong. I wonder if he'll be able to build a Manticore layer in week 1. He's currently missing a little bit of no, he already built them. No, that's the summon. Is that the summon, Manticores, and the dwelling, or... No, he's summoned for sure, and he doesn't have to, so he still has to build a dwelling on this turn. So probably now, currently at this current moment, he's looking around in order to get the resources that he needs to build the dwelling in the main, in order to get a good power stack going. Which template is this? This is the normal Jibasat cast. Will you stream the final from the inflated pool? What's an inflated pool? Well, I mean, you say the inflated pool. That's all I'm wondering. There's really answer to shock these. I mean, if he has no other way to generate the resources that he needs, then honestly, I don't feel like that would be a bad play. 36 made out of airs. Buggers. 36 very flammable creatures, yes. Oh my god, he's doing it. 11 characters per resource, damn. I mean, he needs to. Wait, what? Is this some tactic? Oh. What? But why would you trade it separately instead of just from the main stack? Shaktis were turned into firewood. Damn. That's pretty brutal. Easy Freelancers Guild. Yeah, Farkas guy really loves this building when he plays Stronghold. He uses it a lot. Oh, by the way, Otto lived with 1 air elemental. I mean, of course you'll do better, but he ended up losing a Psychic gear as well. Who won the quicksand thing last time? The quicksand fight was won by the one quicksanding, the Bone Dragon kiting with quicksands versus the Stronghold offending player. Oh, 20 is playing first time seeing Freelancer's Guild being used. Okay, just ends up taking the fight. -4! And then times out anyway, and is not able to pick up the dwelling. Oh my god, that's such a doomsday scenario for RedWhite. That was very bad. Just excruciatingly bad. Damn, okay. Not only does he lose the ones that he had, he also missed out on the opportunity to get more as well. Very, very painful there. The up stack probably had like a lot to do with it as well. Yep. Indeed. Honestly, I'm having a comeback from this. I mean, I certainly do see him coming. Well, then again, 14 Manticores. Damn! Now that's a good big stack. Actually. Blue lost a game on the spot there. Well, I mean, not entirely lost, but it's pretty close. Webcam cast. It's back. Don't worry about it. Let's go, Cats. Yeah, Cats apparently are doing a pretty good job here. RedWhite ends up picking up the extra Manes from the external. And it looks like he's gonna be routing maybe to the other Manere dwelling for the Utopia. I mean, of course not doing the Utopia, just through there. How come they don't buy a second hero to collect resources? Because the point of this kind of tournament and setting is to play only with using 1 hero as a limitation. If we were playing seriously, we are high-end players in this tournament, basically, which would be using 8 heroes, effectively to chain every single object on the map in the first week already. But this tournament is meant to have some chill meme gameplay, so we're using only 1 hero as a theme. Eight heroes is over. Old man. Oh, imagine finding some more cats in Kebab. Bloggers. The Sony meaning is to abuse quicksand. Yes. How big is the prize pool? The current prize pool is 1,000. What? Yeah, 1,000 euros currently. Park champion. HellLight Army is so much better. HellLight Army is so much better. Yeah, for sure. HellLight Army is like off the roof right now. His heroes like really good too. He's tempoing out properly. HellLight is looking real strong here in this game so far. What template is this? This is the normal Jibas podcast. How does one increase the prize pool? Just donate to me, with the intention of, you know, donating to GI. Basically, just let me know in the, message of the donation. Hey, Lexiav, I'm still new to Jibas Cross, and, this competitive side of Heroes 3. Still struggling to even just efficiently farm my own biome, chaining, etc. Would you say Jibas Podcast 1 Hero is more new-friendly for beginners, maybe? Yeah, for sure. Almost anyone is gonna be able to compete in a Win Heroes game far better and far more closer to what they would be able to do in other formats. Now, then again, if you want to actually get better at the video game in like a general sense of the way that the game is meant to be played, then you're probably better off not touching this side of the game. I mean, unless you want to just have some innocent fun. That's what it is for, to be honest. When hero games are more new-friendly, yep. The game was meant to be played with single heroes. Maybe you just want to become, a pro Jibas Podcast player, maybe. Besides Treasury being done by HellLight, meanwhile currently RedWhait is, RedWhite is so slow right now, he's not doing a lot at all. Because current position is very worrying, I would say. He's not able to get a lot done because he already bled out quite a bit of army. So the power stack is not going to be coming, I mean, a good enough power stack to actually do things is not going to be coming around for like quite a while now. Yeah, it's not like the game is called Heroes of Might and Magic. More games after. I'm going to be playing my series against Retail straight after this game. Make RedWhite 1080 on Twitch. I can do like... Let's be a little bit more this is fine. The game would be called a hero. Okay. Can other players draft the templates? Listen, we're making Jibas Roulette a fiesta, a fun fiesta for everyone to enjoy. A new player or bad, and we want to have like a fun competition. So yeah, whatever we see fun at the current moment of making Jibas Roulette 4 is probably what we'll do. Honestly. Ooh, look at that. Already a crowd on the side of Lord Late, so he's gonna be having enough mana, especially with the Vortex. Now, all he needs is to find like that one control scroll in order to get going. By the way, actually HellLight is playing with only one town, which is pretty surprising. HellLight is usually a player to build up the income quite a bit more than other players do, to be honest. But this time around, it's quite the opposite, really. The fact he couldn't buy magic alleys in town is loss of tempo. Yep. There's so much that he actually lost in tempo there. He was not able to buy them in the main. He didn't manage. He barely didn't flag the last external. He lost all the ones that he already had. But on that, based on that last water elemental fight, he probably lost like 10 psychic elementals or something. It is a ridiculous blow to RedWhite's entire tempo and game plan. Now, I don't really feel like his decision was bad there. The fact that he ended up with a pretty high roll of water elementals, not to mention the fact that there were ice elementals. I think that the rain was not that favorable there either. Like, almost everything there ended up being like really bad for him. And honestly, unfortunate. Is it possible a unit can do 0 damage somehow? Pretty sure not. Not that I tried though. What about taxes when it comes to donations? Twitch taxes. Twitch and donations. Twitch has nothing to do with donations. I do get taxed a little bit off of PayPal, but I'll cover that myself, so it's whatever. PayPal steals money, God bless. Income tax. Not quite how it works. Anyway, don't worry about me. The prize pool is exactly what you donate, and it's gonna be reaching the winners of the tournament. No problem, 100%. So don't worry about it. Do you run ads? Because I never get one. No, I don't run ads. I mean, on Twitch, I really just don't care enough to run ads. I want the viewers to get as best of an experience watching as they possibly could do. And running ads is not... I mean, basically, it's not worth the detriment to the viewers, in my opinion. Currently, RedWhait is, he's using the extra moves to explore. I think it's coming back, yeah, it's coming back. We want ads! Go to my YouTube, there's plenty of ads there, actually. Because YouTube actually pays for ads. There you go. At least you don't get taxed from Raid Shadow. Raid Shadow Legends. Play now for free. By the way, even currently, throughout the stream, I'm playing Raid Shadow Legends right now. Can I show it? No, I don't have video screen capture right now ready. So yeah. It's a good game. I do enjoy it. I mean, it's really pay to win. And, yeah, but I do actually play it on a daily basis. Sell out! I literally gain nothing by telling you this. I'm not in contract with anyone. I just literally play the video game, that's all. Good game. I said, okay, not a good game, but I'm not gonna say it's a good game. I'm saying that I enjoy it, okay? That's all I will say. If you have contentions with that, then honestly, by that point, still a sellout. I mean, I did like do the promotion with them, but before I knew whether the game was good or bad. But after trying it out, I actually did like it. Fucking their ad. Their campaigning is like really aggressive, yes. But, you know, hitting the game because of their PR is also like kind of silly in my opinion. I mean, their aggressive campaigning is also like sustaining me and what I do, so honestly, but I would rather have them do what they do right now rather than not do it, you know? But of course that comes from being, you know, a content creator. For you guys, so you're of course going to be having different opinions based on different experiences. I understand that, and it's fine. So don't worry about it. Currently, RedWhait is going for bosses. He's probably not going to be able to break until 1 for 1 when he gets the next income of magic elementals, meaning he's like really slow to get going this game. In comparison, HellLight is just cruising through the map, honestly. HellLight Diplo? Wait, HellLight Diplo? Diplo is 25% to here, and there's almost no reason to ever get Diplo here. It got a lot of people talking about it. Yeah, for sure, Blackie. I guess, HellLight doesn't have Diplo. And what about RedWhite? If his break is Mantis, it's 25%, not to mention you're very not likely to intimidate your break by the time you're breaking. And also, even if you do intimidate, you're not likely to have the gold to be able to get it. So oh my god, RedWhite has another painful turn, but he ends up losing out on quite a bit of movement. RedWhite skips Diplo. Diplo in this template variant is pretty bad, I would say. And unless you're like forced into it due to some niche situation, I think you should always skip it. Well, the devs have shed the bed too many times to be trustworthy company at this point. You're talking about Raid? I don't really know what you mean, Firebloom, but I haven't been playing for long enough to see what their update cycle is like, so maybe you're right, maybe I'll have different experiences. Have they changed the church odds? They used to be different. There used to be stacks of zombies, but zombies were way too easily abused by kiting on day one by most factions. So they ended up changing their positioning, and they ended up changing from Walking Dead to zombies. Yeah, those were the changes for the church odds. They were too easy of an accessible object and too rewarding for how easy they were. I mean, based on the Hoda team at least. Oh, okay, 30 more air leaves. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And he ends up going for the Ring of the Wayfarer. Ring of the Wayfarer is a really good artifact, after all. It wouldn't be a bad thing to go for. Oh, wait, there's a different dome going on! What am I looking at? Oh my god, wait, he lost his entire army! HellLight, are you okay? Whoa! Whoa! Okay, -4 mantis and meat. Okay, it's kind of acceptable, but the items are not that great. Woo! I mean, Water Dome is okay. Aegis is okay, and Goose is okay, but to have nothing but okay things from a tier 3 top, I would say, is rather sad. Oh yeah, double build cast. Ore and the ore and wood requirements are pretty ridiculous in order to double build, really. So honestly, that dope set HellLight quite a bit back. He lost all the meat, he lost some of the power stack, he didn't gain much in order to show for it. How about gold for that break Diplo now? 25. I feel like it's way too much of an investment to pick the skill, stay in the bind until you are able to intimidate them off of your army. I'd say that is still like probably a bad call. Just take the most obvious case when a big promoter of the game didn't get he logged in on stream and got surprised to see that he didn't get had magical appeared on his account. Wow. Yeah, I don't really know about these individual stories. I mean, for sure, there are probably gonna be like some things that you could be upset about. That's not on the side of the developers though, right? That's still their PR, probably. Cyclable stockpile. Honestly, I feel like HellLight will be able to double build like pretty soon. If he wants to do that. Now, whether he should want to do that or not, I don't really know. It's a pretty tough call to make. You still need a big army to deploy your break. Yeah. Way bigger army than you probably could afford to have before breaking. I feel like the most power stack you would have, HellLight would have before breaking, even if you were to break like week 4, would be like 40 cats. Like at most, I would say, that would be like the absolute peak. And if you were to have like 40 cats, that would still not intimidate the Manticores in order to join you, even if you had Diplo. So, that's kind of whatever. Is RedWhite going for the break? He might just be going towards the last side town for now. If the break is not that hard, he might be able to Diplo as well. I mean, to break as well, sorry. Okay, just imagine double, he can just double mana 5N. Oh yeah, by the way, because of the water temp, he ends up having some elemental spam available. Even if he's summoning 20 elementals per turn, that is still relevant meat that will be tanking for him, you know? Did Dungeon Player get Diplo? No. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't like to get Diplo even if he had the chance to. Isn't Raid that character from the weird new... could be. That's not the Raid that we're talking about, though. Raid? Isn't that like the thing that you go in with 40 people in World of Warcraft?
Howdy, partner.
Possibly.
Howdy, partner.
That thing you do when your stream is over? Isn't that the same thing they did to Area 51 some time ago? Yeah. I still remember the Naruto run of my fellow comrades. PogChamp. Well, what do you think, Lexiav? It's all raid. And there you have it. Oh, an Archangel. That doesn't seem too painful. Seems like he's gonna be okay. What would do... Lexiav, what would do a normal person after work? What would do a normal person? Depends, I don't know. Invest some time into hobbies, possibly. Spend some time with friends or loved ones. Something like that. Nerds don't have friends. No, nerds have friends. I mean, they're the nerds, but they're still friends. Drink excessively. Look at that. Okay, so RedWhait is picking up like a little bit of pace. Meanwhile, HellLight isn't really doing that much right now. Yeah, HellLight is having a little bit of a problem. He doesn't have army. I mean, he has some army, but this is, he's like stuck in a position where he has a decent amount of army, but barely not enough army to go ahead and break, you know? Oh, by the way, Randy, pretty interesting, but the secondary dungeon town of HellLight is actually not in a corner. So the corner part of the town is actually a tendency, not a rule. Dude has stats and army. Yeah, but he doesn't have enough in order to break, you know? And that's like a really big pain for him. Okay, sims are over. Yeah, same unless run town with dungeon. I think that the run town cannot be the town of your faction. Yeah, I think that's impossible. Have you heard about the Elizabeth people? Heard of them? I mean, it's me. But Corner, you think you can get big on Twitch without being a lizard? SMH, man. Crab people. Is it worth to break fast on normal Jibba Podcast? Yes. You get a bunch of stats, and stats usually win the final battle by abusing summons, abusing some spellcasting. Even if your army is superior, if your casting is far inferior and your stats are inferior, then you're not gonna have a good amount of success. So breaking early is still a vital part of the strategy for Jibba Podcast. What do you mean can't break with that? I mean... Okay, now he can break. Now it's looking like quite a bit better, but he ended up getting like quite a few more cats, he ended up getting like 4 more boxes, upgraded, like he did like quite a bit to improve his current situation. By now oh my god, wait, RedWhait is breaking right now? To say the least, I'm worried. Yeah, I'm worried to say the least. Good afternoon. Hey, Paul. We'll see. I mean, the break is not hard, so at least he has that going for him. If the fight is on comfy terrain, then that's also like really good. Who's ahead? Currently, HellLight is ahead. He has more stats, he has more army. He's in a better position in this game so far. Thieves Guild, I think. It was just bought. Yeah. Okay, the auto actually didn't do that bad of a job. He's gonna be able to break easily. But I think it's gonna be more about what he's able to do off of breaking. Damn, double morale there. If he decided on morale, he would have gotten a pretty good double hit in right now with the psychics, but because of the morale, he wasn't able to do so. He's fine, not Desert Terrain. Well, until TX morale. Yeah, I mean, a shame. That's pretty good spellcasting. Like, Bless and Shield does so much for this kind of a fight. The PTSD of 5 stack, Green Demon, well, my entire pass stack, yeah. I'm gonna be preemptively messaging Rita that we're gonna be playing after this match is over. Cause I don't trust Rita. Okay, so timer over for RedWhite. Seems fine. Ended up wasting pretty much no moves. HellLight sees the positioning and probably can assume that Ready is in the desert as well. That seems okay. Next up on mute before the break. He has enough timer to assume that he's not gonna be wasting his entire turn for the sake of fighting that. Probably. Yeah, timer management for HellLight ended up being better here. Normal kebabbing game, yep. 45 Harpies, it'll do. It's on me. Of course he would have liked Harpy Eyes way better. 137 breakers, yep. I mean, 137 is like a really awkward time to break because you're like 1/3 away from like a pretty decent pulse spike, but not going for that pulse spike would probably delay for like 4 more turns because you have to go back, get like the army, then go back to the break, then break. By that point, you're like close to the next week, so breaking at the end of the week is probably the correct thing to do, despite it feeling kind of sucky. Nice, we get the water dome. I mean, he probably doesn't need it. Let's go! HellLight into the desert. Both these players are breaking pretty much at the same time. Shafted by Moralka 5 times in a row. Who lead? Currently I would say HellLight is in the lead. Yeah. Okay, so basically like almost no losses on that break right now. Ends up picking the offense too, which is going to be very important and very good for him. And also, he's setting up for a very combat-oriented setup in terms of Azatis by now. He sees that the opponent's far away, but he respects like double dimension door. Possibly. He has some decent things over the side of the desert. There's a Lion Shield, there's a Earth Dome, but they gotta buy Archdevil, so it's not hard. But the fight is gonna be like so valuable to actually take. This is the normal version. Yup. Lexiav theme. Pluckcham. The theme is like so awesome. RedWhite's Desert Road. Kick W left. Yeah. It's well actually in a sense it's pretty beneficial for RedWhite to still is because if they were to engage in a final battle like anytime soon, I would say that HellLight would be really far in the lead. But throughout the coming turns, it should actually somewhat equalize. It might not be the worst situation for RedWhite to be in right now. That's what I think. Maybe, but it feels like Hell just forfeit desert control. And bleed out slowly instead. You mean RedWhite will? Instead of HellLight? Yeah. I mean, I understand what you mean, but this player is like super top tier. I would say he's gonna be able to manage to advance an army rather than bleed out, but we'll see. Depends on who finds the nuts first, naturally. Who's red and who's blue? You can see the name of the current spectating player on the bottom right side of the screen. Currently we're spectating the blue player, RedWhite, playing Comfy. Wow, morals. Ends up having to kill that one. Yeah, that's a shame. Or Hell catches red, yeah. It does look like this is going to be a control game. Or Hell catches red, yep. Well, I mean, RedWhite is currently pushing the middle of the desert. If he like goes directly there, then HellLight smacking RedWhite is gonna be becoming pretty inevitable. The worst part is that RedWhite is currently not very dope ready. So he needs to find like an individual. What RedWhite needs to have happen is he needs to find a. Oh my god, he couldn't move at all. Damn, he wasted so many moves. That's so sad for RedWhite. It's looking more and more grim for him. What RedWhite needs to happen is he needs to find an individually guarded Earth Dome and then a town. Then he needs to go back, pick up a new round of army, and then get back into the desert and farm from that point onwards. That is the only way that he can actually proceed on this map, I believe.
What?
Jesus.
You are made out of air!
How many days in a row? 5 gift subs? You're so generous, Rookie. Thank you. Wow. Over to Toro, Mr. Oyster, Media, Boys, and Boosted Animal. Thank you. Look at those turbo cats. Yeah, these cats are actually doing like way better of a job than I thought they would, to be honest.
What? You are made out of air!
A lot of things made out of air. Yeah, boy. Hello, what a skill, Pog! Hello, what a skill. Yeah, I mean...
What? What? You are made out of air! Bro!
Truck King. Truck King. That's an interesting name. Let's go with morale. Yeah. Rip those hit by gift subs. Wow.
You are made out of air!
Yeah, honestly, the cats are carrying like really well here in this game so far. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They're the pulse type, they're dealing enough damage, they're speedy enough to not take hits. Honestly, I'm very impressed with the cats in this game. I'm very impressed. Forklift King. Oh, okay. Thank you for the... Oh, yeah. I can't hate this Pepega. Lexiav was impressed of Ketchum. Yes, indeed. That's what I meant. Skill by getting morales and cats every single turn. Yeah. Oh my god, air control on the road here for HellLight. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. There's almost no control going on in at either player's side. So having something appear like this is pretty huge. And also double building going on in HellLight's side as well. Meanwhile, RedWhite is having like, he's struggling to deal most of anything. He sees HellLight going towards the middle. I wonder if he might be looking to move back, get the town, and play off of that side of the desert instead. Yes! Control game! Okay, he goes back. He respects HellLight's authority in the middle, which means that RedWhite is going to be doing his best to kite and play the control game here. So this might be one of the few control games that will be happening in the tournament, it seems. Damn, I'm actually really excited. I thought that the only control games we'll be having is when Fire the Sky is in play, but it seems like it's not gonna be necessarily the case in this case. Good call, yeah, for sure, good call. Good intuition. By the way, very surprisingly, the best artifact to get from a Warriors team would be it would be Ring of Vitality. A treasure class artifact would be the best one to get from the Warriors team. Which is not very intuitive, not what you would assume, but that is still the case. Cape of Speed! You can't get that. The item is banned from this template. It's way too good. Yeah, maybe not in this game, but like in very many scenarios, the Ring of Vitality is like way harder to find than most relics actually. And yeah, it wouldn't boost like the elementals that much either. Yeah, in this case, not really, but generally. Who you expect to win it all? Shit, I really don't want to say it, but actually Ziamon. Damn, that guy's like turboing out of control in very many cases. Pretty inspiring to see, to be honest. And, yeah. Retail? Question mark. Retail's also out of control. Lol. Okay. Retail's HellLight is currently AFK for a little bit. I'll fight this guy in Ziamon, the clash of two meat grinders. Winner play with Retail. Nope, I'm playing with Retail after this one. Can the value of objects in top plate be increased or decreased depending on how close or far away they are from the road? No. How late will Rito be today? Well, I actually messaged him like a few hours ago. I messaged him, yeah, almost 2 hours ago that we'll be playing after the series, and he's still offline. Like, okay. Wait, is it Lithuania's birthday today? No, it's Valentine's Day. I mean, it's currently not a work day in Lithuania, but that's because of no, wait, that's not a okay, shit, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I get it, Tistolis. I got it. My bad. I'm Pepega. I realized it immediately though, so whatever. Sorry! Whatever, don't judge me. I don't care. I don't care to listen. I'm not looking at chat. I'm tilted. I know. Recording confirmed. Yes, indeed. We're celebrating. No, shut the fuck. Shut up! No more of the subject. He's so bad. I'm bad for like half a second. That's whatever. It's fine. Happy birthday. It's not. I mean, it's not my birthday. Can't believe you forgot. Yeah. What? Is this pre-recorded? Of course not. What do you mean? By the way, are you touching your microphone? I frequently hear it bump. I don't know what's happening. Maybe like I'm resting my hand on the table or something. With Bime Gaming as always, it's Nvidia a filthy Bime Gamer. Mr. Hex is not Hex, the animal. It's every time he gets a sudden... Jesus. I'm sure that's a pre-recorded sound we hear. Yes, indeed. Chat, why didn't tell him? He would congratulate me if you didn't tell him. I double bull cast though. He had 65, 2-on-1. Is it moving back into the biome without in control, just setting yourself up for a loss? He's not moving back into the biome. But rather what he's doing is he's controlling a different portion of the desert where he's going to be looking to get control, get stats in order to compete with the opponent over in the middle as well. Wait, oh, you're talking about a different thing? Whatever. I built like 142. And I got control and went home for kitties. Okay. Wait, is HellLight playing? Oh yeah, HellLight is playing. So like, he's going for the air tome right now. So like, he's gonna be having air control finally. That's very strong. I mean, with control, HellLight is going to be able to do like so much, and RedWhait will have to keep up. RedWhite will have to find control. That's also like going to be very easy for him to pick up, which is not very likely to happen, but this is what he needs to have happen. By this point, because he's behind, RedWhite will need to put a lot of things into chance, is like the easy way to put it. Oh chat, who's winning? It's HellLight by far, Ruffy. Will he take shield? I don't know. How do you do the cat emoji? Which cat emoji? Are there vampire boxes? I mean, if the middle was Necropolis, then yes, there would be. I don't really know what faction the middle is quite yet. And anyway, vampires are not that good. Sad cat emoji. It's an emote from my channel. You have to be a subscriber in order to use it. Oh my god, HellLight versus Rito is happening. I can't believe I'm so... I'm so happy. Well, you're wrong, so enjoy. He's rebuilding the Mage Guild. He's honestly not recovering any mana though. He's recovering 4 mana from that mage guild, by the way. I mean, better than not recovering any mana, but sure. Currently back over to RedWhite. Wait, he's actually heading back into the biome. What the f... Really? Wow, turbo! Absolutely turbo! What a turn! What a turn! Oh my god! Yeah, alright. He gets shot if he stays in desert. Yeah, but I feel like you have to risk something, you know? At a certain point, you just stop being able to, not risk, I think. And I feel like that time is about right now. But, okay. I guess he wants to make it a control game. Maybe he's confident against, HellLight in a control game, to be honest. Yeah, probably he still is, probably. Go, RedWhite. I mean, I'm really rooting for RedWhite to be able to make this game somewhat close, to be honest. So, what you're saying is, it's time to stop. You win against Rito if you don't get control. If you won't, well, we'll see. If only you could get basic Diplo. No, that's not a thing. He doesn't want that, I'm pretty sure. Quicksand, here we go again. He's not heading back into the biome. Yeah, whatever. Ends up having some moves, but ended up remaining here. That's, I guess, not too bad. Wait, what did the top have? I think it was useless, like something like Black Orb, wasn't it? I believe. He really needs to upgrade the magic at least, to be honest. Black Orb useless versus Magic Alley power stack. I mean, yeah. It, for the most part, is useless for this current situation, and the way that the game is going to be played for like the weeks to come, probably. This temple's insane. I mean, I wouldn't say it's insane, but it is good. It is good. For HellLight. Meanwhile, RedWhite is having... I mean, to say the least, RedWhite is struggling. Will Rito get another bounty if he eliminates you? Yes, he will. What do you mean by tempo all the time, specifically? Progress in terms of map and the availability of fights that he's able to take. Basically, development. Was it more beneficial to get unupgraded pixies here? Yeah, it's kind of whatever. I mean, the main boss type doesn't take retaliations anyway. Wow! Sword of Judgment and Atan's Karaz. Those are some big stats right here. So he's actually already matching stats of HellLight, but of course he also needs control if he wants to match him even further. Yeah, okay. Will the player eliminating Rito get the bonus for eliminating you? What? No. Ha ha ha. Knocking down should count for elimination. No, I'm literally in the tournament. And that's not what knockout means. RedWhite have bigger army strength. It could be the case, because he has like a bunch of elementals and pretty good stats as well. But in terms of the way that these armies are able to take fights, HellLight is still like pretty clearly ahead. Well, it's unlucky to get it every time. Okay. This is gonna be a control scroll for HellLight. I guess he's still looking for Town Portal, I believe. So Rito lost on purpose to get the money. One gets to kick out Lexi. Yeah, for sure. Kappa. Okay, down portal. Huge. I mean, yeah, it's pretty big. Now he doesn't need to go for any other sort of thing. He's able to stock up on katana. He's able to stock up on meat. I think it's also double building magicals by this point too. Yeah, that's absolutely huge. Okay, he made himself fast. Why didn't he buy Mana Vortex? Because he didn't want to? Let's leave it up to them, buddy. Because he probably couldn't optimize his equipment for the sake of getting like an efficient Mana Vortex anyway. Likely the case. Or he just doesn't care to get it right now. He wants to save it for like a more critical moment. Either one. Yeah, it's looking like Heal Vortex now. Nope. Oh yeah, he's using this Vortex. Yeah, makes sense. You can actually Vortex in the main, then re-equip the Artist Knowledge, and then Vortex, but teleport into that town to not consume the Vortex, but that would be way more trouble than just using the other one. He's out of the game completely. RedWhite's out of the game completely. I wouldn't say completely, but definitely HellLight is really far ahead here. I mean, things can happen, you know? Things can indeed happen. Whoa, wait a moment. Whoa. Okay, wait, this is perspective we should be watching? Sorry. There's multiple libraries here for HellLight, so he's gonna be finally picking up like quite a bit of stats. I wonder if he had the SOGs before. No, he didn't. Okay, that's so many stats for HellLight. So the stats are actually looking pretty similar though. Despite HellLight being in the desert and farming it for like quite a while now. I really want the close final fight. Same. HellLight really needs to get lucky right now in order to make that happen. Out of water, bro. Thank you, Randy. So, early stack. Okay. More resources. Every time Rito forgets to F4. So Lexiav will be playing Rito after this. The question I have, where will they play? On Lexiav's on... Or in the game? Okay. Back of the HellLight, he ends up using some controls, sees that RedWhite is still on the biome. I wonder if he'll actually go aggressive, or he'll just farm the desert on his own. I wonder. I mean, HellLight is double building. His army income is pretty good. He's gonna be able to get many stats, pretty much every single ulti that he wants, except for the Ring of Vitality, because that item doesn't exist actually. And so on. Brawl is pretty lucky. Was able to avoid the breath towards the Manticores. So I guess today Lexiav won't have time for a UFI. Actually, yeah, not likely to be a thing. Mid is always Necro. Mid is not always Necro. What do you mean? Mid is never, I mean, mid is more often Necro, because nobody plays Necro in this tournament so far. I really want to see some Atomic or Dread Knight action, but for some reason the players are not really going for it. Okay, not a single unit was lost. It's okay, I can play 4 manas. I mean, that's cool. Mid is always Necro when somebody stumbles Elixir of Life. True. By the way, he actually sees the fact that RedWhite was in the desert at least some point. But yeah, now he gets the library. His stats are like so strong by now. They're so strong. Of course, RedWhite's gonna be seeing all of this. I bet that I would be assuming that if he doesn't get control from this Utopia, then he's probably gonna be calling it. I can't imagine him playing on without control here from this point onwards. can use like the best stuff that we've seen in Jiba's Outcast so far, to be honest, in order to have any sort of chance here. Actually, RedWhait is double building tube at this point as well. I mean, the army from HellLight is not like that intimidating, at least looking for the opponent's point of view. He's trying to guesstimate whether he is in the desert. Okay, he's thinking that he's over there. He's not quite that far, you know. Yeah. I guess he already assumes that he's in his biome still for now. You expect him to tap out for that, but not fight this guy. To tap out, yes. I mean, I'm not expecting and demanding are two different things, okay? I mean, it would be a reasonable expectation for there to be, for him to take it like till the very last straw as well, you know? Another library. And then gets it down to... Wow, HellLight is just farming libraries, and his stats are like really getting out of hand here. It's gonna be very hard for RedWhite to keep up. Then day 1 is coming. There's gonna be like more cats, probably from multiple towns. Very strong, very strong. Let's see. So this Utopia is either gonna be game winning. Well, I mean, even if the best Utopia wouldn't be game winning on its own, but this could be game losing for sure. And that's basically the point. Let us see which result ends up coming to pass. Only loses meat, accepts, and ends up getting pieces of elixir of life. Nothing useful. Ooh. Yeah, I guess by this point he's gonna be looking for a side break, and he wants to immediately have some objects to be farmed over in the desert that will get him control. Looks at the positioning of towns in order to make a better decision. He finds Earth Control, but Earth Control currently does nothing for him, like absolutely nothing. And I'm pretty sure HellLight is looking to pounce on RedWhite as well and attack immediately the moment he gets a chance to. It's gonna be like a pretty... Almost money gone. Hey, howdy girl. Raiding with many people. Welcome. Currently we're spectating RedWhite versus HellLight in lower bracket of Jeebus Roulette. Currently HellLight is really dominant, controlling the desert, farming libraries, having the bigger power stack. Meanwhile RedWhite is like looking for control and it's having like a really rough time finding any. The loser of this match currently is going to be eliminated from the tournament already. Honestly, I would say that RedWhite was definitely the favorite guy to win the series over HellLight, but HellLight just squeezed through. I mean, no, this game from HellLight was actually really solid. So credit where credit is due. I might be a little bit biased against HellLight because of Rito's comments, to be honest. Yeah, welcome aboard, people. As Rito replied to you, not yet actually. Oh, actually he replied 3 minutes ago. That's cool. Hell had at least 50 games since what I said. Yeah, okay. By the way, Rito, when HellLight played Tower, he picked Picodrum, and he's currently playing Loreley Dungeon. Comments on that one? HellLight is currently like really aggressively going towards RedWhite by this point. He's not gonna be giving RedWhite any sort of footing in this game, from what it looks like. Ooh, she's the same Earth-Dome, so they're really close. If RedWhite ends up pushing towards the desert, then he will definitely be sniped out by HellLight. Why did I never fly control? Also Rito, Scotty. yeah. Dasha? Wait. Is Dasha a nickname for Hot Girl? I don't really know Russian, so... Skill. Weird, but okay, never mind. The best thing that RedWhait could do to prolong the game would be to pick up the Earth Dome and then immediately get out of here. Yeah, he sees him just looming over there. It's probably gonna be Earth Dome TP. If RedWhite doesn't want to lose the game immediately, then that's pretty much the only route that can be taken from this point onwards. It means pretty girl in Russian. Okay, that's cool. I'm not sure he has enough moves. Yeah, I mean, it's desert, so the terrain penalty is gonna be tough. He also has Firebook in the biome. Yeah, the one guarded by by Hellhounds, I believe. Yeah, I remember that one. Wait, can HellLight DD into RedWhite's biome as the break is done? Yes. He can DD in whichever way he likes. Captainess. These biomes are connected. They're open. Only lost a little bit of meat for the break. Of course, he had no way to skip the break, so he ended up having to take the fight. And now he has to pick the last skill, which is between luck and archery. Because he doesn't have a single shooting unit, picks up the luck, so he can have some damage. Yeah, for Berm. Yeah. So, I guess RedWhite is gonna be fighting till the last straw. I mean, if he loses this game, then he's out of the tournament after all. I felt like teleporting the Psychic Elemental down to hit these tags there would have been actually a pretty cute choice as well. Decent one. Picks up the Earth Dome. Has the Skull to pick up as well, maybe. Why not? And then ends up getting out of here. I wonder what the HellLight's approach is going to be. Whether he will be pushing and aggressing towards RedWhite, or he will be chilling and farming the desert instead. Based on the previous turn, I would think that HellLight is going to be going really aggressive and attack the main town of RedWhite immediately. Wait, what kind of power stack? With a power stack of Manticores, there's no trickery available with quicksands or anything of the sort. Was archery not an option? I mean, he doesn't have enough storm elementals to make it worthwhile, I guess. Red got like 2 times better stats. Yeah, I mean, HellLight is certainly in the driver's seat this game. Okay. So you can chill and farm everything. Yeah. He can probably assume no air control. Yep. He sees RedWhite being reachable, so he's probably just gonna be reaching. May as well pick up like a few things. With double DD and this kind of mana, he can DD 2 times and still be fully ready for the battle. This will probably give him like some Dread Knights, maybe some Bone Dragons. Okay, 8 Bone Dragons. Solid stack. Did he not build Merchant for Magically? I don't know. Yeah, Giovanni. Thanks. So yeah, final battle going on right now. There's Expert Fire on the side of HellLight. He can summon fire, he can chain lightning for days. He has many options available. Did he have a Black Orb? Did he equip the Black Orb or no? I guess there's no reason to, because there's no Magic Elemental stack, there's only Psychics. Actually, the Psychic Elemental stack is looking pretty strong now. But of course not strong enough. The Chain Lightning comes out, and yeah, just sends a... Damn, that's brutal! Like, most of these people actually take like 10,000 hours in order to decide what they do on their turn, but LH is like, okay! Chain Lightning, hit! Bam! Your move, RedWhite. What you gonna do? Yeah, damn. That's like super aggro. I actually like it. I like it. Like, what are you gonna do? Cast Quicksand? That's pretty cute. My cats have wings. HellLight always. Chain Lightning go. I love HellLight style. Hell yeah. I mean, double stats, more army, superior spellcasting, more mana. HellLight doesn't really have a reason to be worried here, and he isn't worried at all either. There we go. HellLight in most cases maybe should have cast something else. Okay. GG! HellLight takes the series 2-1 up against RedWhite, and RedWhite, one of the favorites of the tournament to be honest, ends up getting eliminated in the lower bracket, assassinated by HellLight. There we go. Spasibo za igru. That's thanks for game, by the way, in Russian. Wow! Amazing series from these two players. The trade in the quadro was the most questionable thing that happened here, but honestly, both the players did pretty okay. It was a feast for my eyes to see this game go. It was a lot of fun. Well played. Thanks for joining the tournament, RedWhite. It was a pleasure having you. And for HellLight, I'll be seeing you in the next series after a bit retail.